Hey guys, this is Victor, and today I want to talk to you about camp for disabled adults. When I say disabled, I'm talking about adults and children too, actually, with autism, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, etc., whatever it may be. I just had a great experience at a camp, and so I'm going to be talking about my experience as a camp counselor. I spent the whole summer, the last 2 months, at Camp Warwick. I'm going to talk about the campers' experiences and my recommendations for campers, how to make their experience even better. So, of course, before you listen to anything that I have to say, please do read the disclaimer, which basically says don't listen to anything that I'm about to tell you, okay? So anyway, I was at the Warwick Conference Center, and so this is in Warwick, New York, and they actually have two camps. They have what they call Camp Sunrise. This is the camp for disabled adults, ages 18 to 55, I believe. You can check the website, check their Facebook, look for Camp Sunrise on Facebook, and you'll find lots of pictures of me with the campers over this summer. They post hundreds of photos, so it's really nice. You can see what's going on. And then they also have what they call a day camp, or the camp for kids. And that's like from ages 5 to 15, I believe. I already forgot. And then we break them up. They're broken up into three groups, by ages. And so the adult camp is the first 6 weeks of the summer. The kids run 8 weeks. And so they run concurrently. There's some overlap, like they'll all do singing together. And so the last 2 weeks I was with the kids. And the kids there are a few disabled kids with the group, but mostly not. I had the pleasure of actually working with some disabled children while I was there. And so I'm going to explain in a little bit more detail about these camps. So Camp Sunrise, again, the camp for disabled adults. These are some of the things that they do there. Right? So you got arts and crafts, singing, dancing. There's a talent show. There's some hiking for those that want to. For those that don't want to do hiking, they'll do indoor activities like more dancing or musical chairs, things like that. A lot of arts and crafts that are going on. There's swimming every day. They have their own pool over there. It's a very nice pool, their own lifeguards, etc. They're playing games, playing cards. We're having conversation and hanging out a lot as we're changing activities and moving from one place to another, because they have different rooms, different facilities, different areas outside. And then, of course, we have 3 meals a day. So I should also point out that this camp for the disabled adults is an overnight camp, 6 days, 5 nights, 3 meals a day. So we all eat together. It's basically a 15-hour day for me. I wake them up, I put them to bed, and I'm with them continuously throughout the days, to make sure they're having a good time, to make sure everybody's safe, and to just, tend to whatever needs they may have. And the basic thing is to make sure that everyone is having a great time. So as you see, we have all these great activities. There's a night where we go out to the movies, to a drive-in. There's bowling, there's canoeing, we go to a lake. So there's a lot of stuff going on. And it's basically repeated each week throughout the summer. And some campers come back for multiple weeks. And of course, there's always a little different things going on. But really great, very intensive. Most of the counselors are like college age, so like teenagers up into the early 20s. So very unusual for someone like me to be there. But I was great. I had a great time. I was good. I'm a pretty high energy person. So even with the kids, it was no problem. The kids are very similar, like as far as activities go, but that's 5 days, and they only do 2 nights where they stay overnight. The others, they go home. So it's basically 1 meal a day, except for those 2 nights that are overnight. And that's like 10-hour days. I mean, we get started about 7 in the morning, and then most of the kids are picked up by about 5 o'clock at night, or maybe I get out of there about 6 o'clock at night. So it's maybe closer to 11-hour days for the kids. Much more physical activity, a lot more outdoor activity, a lot more running around, also swimming every day. And it's really also a lot of fun. It was great playing with kids. I ended up with the younger kids, and so I was like pretending to be a monster a lot of the times when we were doing various activities, but a lot of different things are going on. So those are the camps. That was my summer, which is also why I was so out of touch. And I also want to speak to everybody about my recommendations for campers and caregivers and even counselors. So based on my experience, right? So I was there for 2 months, basically. I spent July and August. I just got back this weekend. This is now, we're nearing the end of August 2025. And so some of the things I observed there, right? Like, some people get muscle cramps. Some people have anxiety. Some people have difficulty sleeping. Not many, actually. You'd be surprised. I think because we really wear everybody out. There's a lot going on. It's a long day. But still, there are some people that are a bit anxious, so sleeping can be an issue. Some people have allergies and hay fever. Some people have food sensitivities, etc. And then some get aches and pains from all the different activities. Some of the counselors get aches and pains. And so there are two really cheap, really simple, powerful things that I would suggest, and I suggest these things all the time. The first one, magnesium oil. If you've ever seen any of my videos, I'm always talking about this, and I like to put MSM into my magnesium oil. You can buy that online, but much, much cheaper to make it. So I would suggest that campers go to the camp with your own bottle of magnesium oil, because it can help with muscle cramps, anxiety, sleeping, even aches and pains. I can tell you that magnesium oil made me invincible while I was there, because I was doing all kinds of stuff and I was feeling great. And the second thing is MSM, the same MSM that I mix with magnesium oil. In this case, capsules, having it in capsule form, so you can be popping capsules conveniently. Again, if you're packing stuff for the kids or the adults to take with them, it's really easy. And this can really help with allergies, especially hay fever. Most people will experience dramatic reduction because it really helps to alleviate, to get rid of the histamine, to allow that to be detoxed out of the cells. Also helps with aches and pains. So I was doing a lot of MSM and a lot of magnesium oil. And so I was able to just continue to be active, for the whole summer that I was there. And I was doing everything, running, swimming, whatever, and it was really great. So those are the tips that I have for the caregivers, the campers, and like I said, even the counselors. I had an amazing time. The campers had an amazing time. So now I know what it's like to be with these various types of disabled adults from morning till night. And I was assigned, when we work with the disabled adults, we were assigned to them. So there were some weeks where I had 3 to take care of, or 2 to take care of. Some weeks where I had 1, because they need that constant attention. So it depends on the individual. So I experienced a lot of different things, and it was really great. It was wonderful. And I had a great time trying to make sure that everybody else had a great time. Just an all-around good experience. I highly recommend it. Again, this was at the Warwick Conference Center, Camp Sunrise. Look them up on Facebook. You'll see the photos. Camp Warwick, also you'll see photos of the kids. Really good stuff. And of course, you guys know how to contact me, right? I'm working with people all over the world. And I am now back at Middletown Health, Wellness, and Chiropractic in Middletown, New York. So check me out over there if you want to come meet me in person, right? And again, my disclaimer, don't listen to anything I just told you. But anyway, I hope you guys get to experience Camp Sunrise or Camp Warwick. Really good stuff. And I hope you'll follow my advice. Magnesium oil, MSM, man, it sure helped me this summer. I really enjoyed it. So anyway, take care. Thanks for watching. Stay in touch.